So hello and welcome to an alfresco edition of Airfield Mixologist, and I'm really excited about this because I'm going to present you the winter project that I'm going to be doing over the winter, and it's going to be the restoration of this Lister D engine and this compressor. And it's got a very interesting story, this machine, because it belonged to a village forge in Cullworth village in Northaptonshire, and the guy I bought it from rescued it from there. He got it when they were closing down, and he had it in his shed for a very long time, and so now I bought it, and the idea is to try and restore this machine. Obviously I'm not going to try and make it run now. I might try to do it later before I start the restoration project, but the engine is mostly complete. I'll show you around the engine in a minute, but actually I think it's going to be a very nice project, and what I want to do is try to preserve it as a kind of historical piece, and the idea is to try and get it to be a working engine again. Not necessarily because I wanted to put it to work or anything, but I wanted to be able to work if required. So I'll show you around a few details, and I might need a lot of help from people for them to tell me, because there are some things that I don't know in here, so it would be interesting if people would get in touch about history, or if you live in Cullworth village or you have some connection with the forge, do please get in touch, because I'm interested if you've got some pictures, or maybe you lived in a village that they have a setup like this in a forge, or I don't know, but just please get in touch if you've got any information about this. So I'm going to show you around in a close-up what have we got here and what's the sort of direction that I want to take the project. Okay, so as I said, it's a kind of Lister D model, and it's so it's a 1.5 horsepower 700 RPM unit. Serial number 65993. So it's got all the little plates that used to come from the factory. Obviously, looking here, the HT lead is a bit suspect, so I don't know if that's going to run with a HT lead like that. The spark plug also has, I think it has seen better days. The water jacket is actually not too bad. Let me see if I can put some light into it. I mean, it does have a bit of corrosion, but it's normal in this type of engine. Then going down here, I think in the fuel tank it's got quite a fair bit of corrosion. I don't know if you can see it there. I'm trying to shine a light at the same time that I'm trying to put the camera there, so that might be a bit of an issue. And also I think that this tank isn't the original tank that came with the engine, so that might be a bit of a bit of an issue, that I'm gonna have to get another tank. Then the governor appears to be more or less intact. And now moving on to the compressor. This is a really neat setup. Look at this. This is the air cleaner for the compressor, and I think I'm gonna try and preserve it as much as I can. Obviously, this is broken because this might have vibrated, and therefore I think over the years it just broke. So let me show you the compressor, what it is. So it says the Aerograph Company Limited, London, type AC3, serial number 956, I think it is. Now I got no idea about this compressor. So if anybody out there has information on this compressor, or even better, kind of where I can get kind of technical drawings or spare parts, that would be absolutely brilliant. It would really help me kind of get this project off the ground. Now I'll show you the trolley. The trolley it's got a very interesting story, because apparently the guy that sold the engine to me told me that this trolley was made by the guys that used to run the forge, and it was made with stuff that was just lying around the forge. So if you see around it, kind of, it's got all the welds kind of that are showing. So and again, this piece it's a piece, I mean, I'm absolutely sure it's stuff they had lying around. So moving swiftly on, at the back of the trolley is this interesting piece, this handle system here. That this could it be something from some sort of agricultural equipment that they had lying around. I mean, I've got absolutely no idea what it is. So if somebody out there kind of knows what it is, or can give me some tips of where this thing came from, that would be brilliant. And as you can see, all of these trolleys, it's a bit kind of just all the welds are showing. And that kind of stuff, and that's kind of what I like about this trolley. So I think the only thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to just kind of brush it with a wire brush, and then what I'm going to do is just put some Hammerite direct to rust paint and preserve it that way. So the good thing about this engine is it still has, very faint, but it has the original transfers on it, and here as well, if I show you, it says water level, you can just about see it there. So it is a bit faint, and look here in the flywheel, it's still got the original arrow. So I mean, in all of this there is always a kind of a debate between conservation and preservation of these machines. At the moment I'm into kind of think to restore this engine to working condition, but again, I'm more than happy to listen to opinions about kind of, is it better to restore or not, and I haven't had the engine running either. So this is the carb of the engine, and it seems to be in pretty good nick. All the things that I would expect. Obviously we've got here an oil, one of the greases that is missing, and I think I'm missing 2 bolts here as well. That would need replacing. But apart from that, I mean, it's a pretty kind of complete unit, and so what I'm going to do over the next couple of videos is to try and see if I can kind of test the compression. I think that magneto is going to take this is going to take a bit of attention. So, and it's got some shims in here, interesting. So yeah, so I might have to clean it out a bit and just give it a bit of love. But other than that, this engine is quite complete and seems to be in relatively good condition.